Hello, this is the lecture number 2 for the chapter Permutation and Combination. In the last lecture, we have done the fundamental principle of counting. Today, we are starting with factorial notation. Now, what is the sign for the factorial and what is the meaning of this factorial? It is denoted by this sign or by this sign. Now, what this means, the notation n factorial or like this represent the product of the first n natural numbers, that is product of n natural number like this up to 3 into 2 into 1. That is, you have to multiply the natural number by all its preceding natural number. That is 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 10 factorial means 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 up to 3 into 2 into 1. That is, you have to multiply the natural number by its preceding natural number. Now 0 factorial is equal to 1. You learn it. Well, I will explain this when we do the combination topic after the completion of the permutation. So for any factorial notation like this, you can break it like this. You can write 10 into 9 factorial. That is, in place of 9 into 8 into 7 into up to 3 into 2 into 1, you can write 9 factorial, or you can write 10 into 9 into 8. You can break it anywhere. 9 into 8 into 7 factorial and so on. So therefore, what can you write? You can write n factorial as n minus 1 factorial, or you can write n minus 1, n minus 2 factorial, or you can write n minus 1, n minus 3, n minus 2, n minus 3 factorial and so on like this. You can break the factorial anywhere. So this is the basic concept for the factorial notation, and the second exercise is very simple, which is based on this factorial notation sign, which is the exercise 7.2. So open your book, exercise 7.2. Question number 1, it is you have to find the 8 factorial. So you simply multiply this 8 by all its preceding natural numbers like this. Now in the another part, you have to find the 4 factorial minus 3 factorial, which is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 minus 3 into 2 into 1. That is 24 minus 6, that is 18. You have to solve like this. In question number 2, it is a very simple exercise. 3 factorial plus 4 factorial, you have to find whether it is equal to 7 factorial or not. So you simply multiply, find the values. It is 6 plus 24, that is 30. And when you find this factorial, it is equal to 5040, which is not equal to this. So it means 3 factorial plus 4 factorial cannot be added like this. Third, you have to find 8 factorial upon 6 factorial into 2 factorial. So for 8 factorial, you can write like this. 8 into 7 into 6 factorial. Why we have done this? Because you can cancel this 6 factorial with this. So 56 upon 2, that is 28 is the value of this. Question number 4, it is a very simple exercise based on the factorial. Now in question number 4, you have to find the value of x is 1 upon 6 factorial plus 1 upon 7 factorial is equal to x upon factorial 8. So you can write like this: 1 upon 6 factorial, 1 upon 7 into 6 factorial. You can write for 7 factorial this. For 8 factorial, you can write 8 into 7 into 6. Why I have done this? Because I can take 1 upon 6 factorial common, which will be equal to this, and this will be cancelled out. Yes, it cancel ho jayega, and when you solve it, you will get the value of x as 64. So you can take common and cancel this factorial 6. Now in question number 5, you have to find the value of n factorial upon n minus r factorial. In the first part, the value of n is given as 6 and the value of r is given as 2. You see in your box, ये value आपको find करनी है, and the value of n is given as 6 and the value of r is given as 2. So 6 factorial upon 4 factorial, you can simplify like this. For 6 factorial, you can write like this. Cancelled out, it will be equal to 30. So this exercise second is very, very simple, which is based on the factorial notation. See it very carefully. Now, after that, students, we have the topic permutation, and listen it very carefully what it means and where you have to use. Now, permutation. Now, permutation is an arrangement without repetition. Listen it very carefully. And permutation is an arrangement without repetition in a definite order of a number of objects, taken some or all at a time. I am repeating it again. Permutation is the arrangement without repetition in a definite order of a number of objects, taking some or all at a time. Now let us take the number of permutation of n different objects. Suppose we have n different objects and we are taking r at a time. Out of n, we are taking r at a time. Suppose we have 10 students and we have to arrange them in a line. Out of those 10, we have to arrange only 4. So in how many ways they can be arranged in a line? And r is always greater than 0 and less and equal to n. The r cannot be greater than n. And the repetition is not allowed, that is the object cannot repeat, is the number of arrangements. See it very carefully. Now out of n, we have to arrange the r objects. Then how can we arrange them? The object do not repeat. It is given will be n, n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 up to n minus r minus 1. Like this. Now out of n, we have to arrange only suppose r. Then the first object can be arranged in n ways. Suppose we have 10 students and we have to arrange only 5 of them. Then the first student can be arranged, option is 10. For the next student, the number option is 9 and 8 and 7 for the next, and 6th option for the 5th students are there to arrange them. So this is the total number where these goes on subtracting. So n minus r minus 1. Now how can we derive the formula for this permutation of n object taking r at a time? Now there will be as number of permutation as there are ways of filling in r vacant places. Suppose we have r vacant places. And vacant places are there. So we have to arrange from n objects or n students. So the first place that can be filled is n ways. जैसे मैंने बताया था आपको, first place arrangements can be arranged n ways. Yeah, there are n options. Second place can be arranged in n minus 1 क्योंकि एक कम हो जाएगा, without repetition है. Similarly, the third place can be arranged in n minus 2 and so on. Then the rth place can be arranged in n minus r minus 1 ways. That is n minus r plus 1 ways. Because on the first we have n and the second we have r1, third we have r2, and for the rth place r will be r minus 1. So the number of ways to fill, therefore number of ways to fill r vacant places by fundamental principle of counting is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 up to n minus r plus 1. So this is the total number of ways in which the r vacant places can be filled from n objects. Now after that we can use this multiply and divide. This is the number of ways. Now we can multiply this by n minus r factorial, multiply and divide by n minus r factorial. So this comes out to be n factorial upon n minus r factorial. This is the formula for the permutation. N factorial upon n minus r factorial. This is the formula for the permutation. So like this we can use the permutation when the arrangement without repetition is to be used. So therefore permutation of n objects and r places to be arranged is n factorial upon n minus r factorial, like this. This is the formula for the permutation where the arrangement without repetition is allowed. After that suppose something is repeating, suppose there is a word apple, and how many words you can make using this word, and their p is repeating. So you can use permutation of 5 and the p is repeating 2 times. So you have to divide it by the factorial number of times that event is repeating. So you have to divide by the factorial of that number. Suppose there is also a again in it. So you have to divide by 2 factorial also. Suppose there are 3 times a, so you have to divide it by factorial 3, because if we interchange this by this a, the meaning will remain same. You have to arrange that also. And the total elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It will be permutation of 7, 7 when the repetition is not allowed. So this is the basic concept for the permutation, where you have to arrange without repetition is the main thing, arrangement without repetition. So many questions you can do with the fundamental principle of counting also, but whenever there is a repetition is allowed, you cannot use the permutation. Permutation is always used when the repetition is not allowed. Arrangement is there. Now in exercise 7.3, question number 1, open your book. We have digits from 1 to 9, and out of them 3 are to make a 3-digit number. How many 3-digit number you can make by using these digits 1 to 9? And it is given that repetition of the digit is not allowed. Repetition of the digit is not allowed. You have to make a 3-digit number, and we have to use the digit from 1 to 9 only. So how many 3-digit numbers? Now because we have total 9 digits and at 3 places is to be arranged without repetition. So therefore 3 digits numbers are permutation of 9, 3. Permutation of 9, 3. Because we have 9 digits and at the 3 places they have to be arranged without repetition. Without repetition we have to use. So use the formula n factorial n minus r factorial, that is 9 factorial upon 6 factorial. When you solve it, it will be 504. So 504 3-digit number can be used using the digit 1 to 9, and when the repetition of the digit is not allowed. Now student, we can solve this question by the fundamental principle of counting, which we have already done in the first exercise. The number of ways you can fill the first place is 9, because we have 9 digits, and because the repetition of digit is not allowed, the number of ways we can fill the second place is 8, and the number of ways we can fill the third place is 7. So it will be like this. By using the fundamental principle of counting, you can solve this question also. But when the repetition is allowed, you cannot use the permutation formula, because in that you have to use the fundamental principle of counting, because permutation is the arrangement without repetition. Okay, so whenever there is a arrangement without repetition is there, then you can use the fundamental principle of, permutation. Out of n things, if r things to be arranged, then the permutation is nr, and its formula is n factorial upon n minus r, whenever the repetition is not allowed. Okay, we'll discuss the remaining question in the next exercise. Thank you.